2 goals.
Oh, and another goal for Super Eagles. This is Premier Football Center. Again, in any way, anywhere. Don't forget to subscribe. Remember to click that subscription button.
Hello, welcome back to Talk Sport, your home for everything football, rumors, deals, and drama. I'm your host, Adeyemi Shego, and today we're diving deep into the latest transfer sagas, confirmed deals, and wide rumors shaking up the football world. Alongside me, our brilliant pundits. To my near left, I'm talking Paulo. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Thanks for having me back here tonight.
And also we have the birthday boy, Yemite in the studio. Good evening, happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you. Good evening. So good to be back. And a lot has happened, so let's just get right into it.
Okay, yes, if you're ready, we are also ready to dissect the biggest story in the market. So let's get into it as it's happening. Straight to the Anfield, where we are going straight to the home turf of the defending champions of the EPL. Alexander Ishak's verbal agreement rather with Liverpool. Liverpool have reportedly reached a verbal agreement with Newcastle's striker Alexander Isak. Now the focus shifts to the negotiation of a massive transfer fee, potentially over £100 million total package. But earlier on today, we heard that Newcastle also rejected the first offer sent by Liverpool. That yes, that was an abuse to them. But straight to Yemite, Alexander Isak, is he the right fit for Liverpool's evolving front line under Arne Slot?
I think if you check the world of football, he's a perfect fit. Because we see the ways he plays. The hold-up plays beautiful. He can play from the wings. He can be the number 8, and he can also be the number 9. He's like 3-in-1 kind of player. So very skillful, very calm with the ball, understands the Premier League, successful already in the Premier League. So I think that is just a win-win situation. But I think that money will affect their PSR.
But yeah, I think Liverpool actually one of the LDS. They have one of the LDS
That's why
PSR
they're
and
spending
FFP
like
in EPL. Paulo, looking at it, Newcastle are asking for in the region of £150 million for Alexander Isak. Do you think he's worth that amount? And looking at the fact that they just signed Ugo Ekitike recently for €90 million, how are they going to fit in all those talents?
Well, like you said, Liverpool are very buoyant financially at the moment, and they recently sold what's his name now, Luis Diaz, to add to the money they have. But I don't see Liverpool, bringing out 150 million. Like you said, Newcastle have rejected their first offer. Newcastle have made it clear it's not for sale, but I believe if they could get in the region of 150, they would definitely send. But I don't think Liverpool will be able to afford that 150 million for him at this market now. But if you talk about if Isak is worth that amount, I think it's worth it based on what we've seen with other transfers. If Liverpool can bring out almost 95 million euros for Ugo Ekitike, I see no reason why Newcastle should not be demanding for more than 150 million safe. So it's worth it to me. So, but I don't think Liverpool will be able to afford it.
Okay, yeah, right. Straight to you. Looking at what's it called? Alexander Isak. We saw him last season score about 23 goals in the EPL. One of his best prolific striker, and is currently one of the best striker in the world of football. What do you think he will bring it to the table for Liverpool? Should Liverpool fork out that 150 million pounds? And you see Liverpool going to that limit, getting paying that amount for Isak?
I think it's too much. I think 150 million is too much for him. You have to consider the risk of the game. What if he gets injured? Maybe 6 months.
He's a player that actually he has a
injured
chance.
easily.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, the 120 million bid for him, I think they could have started with maybe 105 just to start. If you start negotiation with 120, is the normal thing is. I've not seen any club lately that accepts the first bid. The first bid is to open the floor for the other bids to come. So why will you go that high at the first bid? I think the guy running the shot at Liverpool should be called to question.
Yeah, that is Michael Edwards.
Yeah, so yes, there's the money, but that doesn't mean you should not be smart with it. See, if the business they are doing now does not bring out the goodies, Now they'll be in Man U situation because PSR is about incomings and outgoings. Everything has to be balanced, FFP and all. So I think that going above to 150 million for me is too much. Is on the high. I think they can get prolific players who can do that job and they pay less.
Okay, Paulo, do you think Liverpool should be breaking their transfer record for Alexander Isak?
Well, if an slot feels that he wants the player by all means, I think they can go ahead and break the record. But there's also a report, coming out this evening that Liverpool are saying they can't go beyond
I think
that.
they're just playing out more. They're actually going to come back. It's just putting Newcastle in a difficult situation.
Yeah, because they see that Alexander Isak wants to come to Liverpool.
That is about it. Straight to the comment section, is Isak the ideal striker to lead Liverpool's new era, or should they go for someone else? And don't forget, Chelsea also want to sell what's it called, striker Nicholas Jackson, so they can also come out for Nicholas Jackson and get him from Chelsea. Okay, straight to Tottenham Hotspur, who defeated Arsenal 1-0 right there in Singapore some days ago. I'm very sure Paulo will have something to say about that. So Tottenham Hotspur are close. Tottenham Hotspur actually got in João Paulinho from Bayern Munich on a loan contract. Spurs actually got the Portuguese striker João Paulinho on loan from Bayern Munich with an option to buy. Bayern Munich are expected to take a significant financial loss. We saw him with Fulham, we saw him with Portuguese national team, a prolific midfielder on his own day. What's quite wrong at Bayern Munich?
I think that those kinds of players, they want playing time. I think the main issue has to be playing time, and it's I think 30 or thereabout, 29, 30.
Yeah.
So he's going towards the end of his career. Yeah, he will be on the same salary while on loan at Tottenham. So it's a win-win, but I think it's mainly playing time that just made him switch.
So, Paulo, why do you think Bayern Munich actually gave up so quickly on Paulinho? What does that say about their midfield project at Bayern Munich?
Well, I think if you look at Paulinho last season, I don't think he played many games for Bayern Munich, and they've seen that they can free up space. They've look at Bayern Munich. They've been freeing up space, like the likes of Mola, gone, the guy that went to Galatasaray, the former Man City guy, Sani, and they just have to free up the player. And I believe Paulinho also wants the move, because since he moved to Bayern Munich, it has limited his playing time with the national team. Talking about I don't think he's part of the team that even won the.
Yeah, he was part of it, but he will likely be on the bench. I think the midfield trio was Vitia,
but I didn't actually see him play. That is why I was.
What's it called? Bernardo Silva. Where the starters for Portugal at the Nations League, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about him joining Tottenham Hotspur, where it has been confirmed he will play in the 2025-2026 season. Will Paulinho be bringing the aggression and stability to Spurs midfield, which they've actually lacked since the likes of Wanyama and Dembele days? And looking at the fact that they still have Pepe Metasa in that starting 11, fantastic players in Tottenham Hotspur. How do you think João Paulinho is going to settle into that midfield?
I think they need that solid defensive midfielder that can soak up the pressure and give other midfielders room to operate. Like Matasar can be more offensive rather than just being fully defensive. And Matasar, I don't see Matasar doing that dirty job that Paulinho will do. So I think that is a step in the right direction. Paulinho will just sit deep and allow other midfielders to operate in the middle. And he has experience, so he has also had Premier League experience. So I think he will just come in and just get started doing the needed job.
Okay, yes, we'll be waiting to see Paulinho at Tottenham Hotspur and see what he brings to the table for Tottenham, who has a new manager, Thomas Frank. And he did that against their not London rivals, Arsenal, defeating them 1-0. What happened in that game? Because you guys do say, or you guys do accuse Tottenham Hotspur of always being, your lady. But this time around, they got a victory over you.
Well, it's been a while they actually, won Arsenal, and this is the first time, the North London derby will be played outside the UK. But on that day they were more prepared, and they got that goal very early.
You guys were not prepared. They were more prepared than you.
I think the results show that they were more prepared. It's not just about excuse. Anybody that wins the game is always more prepared than the other. Yeah. So they won the win and they actually got it.
Okay, as I'm straight to the comment section, will Pauline be a flop like Lo Celso or thrive like a Bentacore? Your take in the comment section will be in the comment section to see what you actually feel about Joao Paulinho joining Tottenham Hotspur. Straight to Manchester United at the Old Trafford. They are shifting their their focus to Benjamin Sesko as the top striker target. United are targeting RB Leipzig and Benjamin Sesko as their new number 9 after missing out on several big names. Yamite, is Sesko the right profile for United, or they are repeating the Hodgson gamble?
No, I think Sesko is a lot better than Ojlund. He has proven himself over time at the one of the top 5 leagues. So it's not just a one half season wonder like Ojlund, and they took that risk. And we should not forget Ojlund is just 22, so he has a lot of room to improve. That's why I was saying the other day that he needs a striker that he can grow under, so that the pressure will not be on him, it will be on the main number 9. So if they bring in Sesko, Sesko is a big name. He has handled pressure for some time. He has been a Champions League player, has been there, done that on the highest level. So I think Sesko can actually take the pressure. But will Sesko pick a team that is not going to the Champions League ahead of one that is going to the
I think he's
Champions League?
interested in the movie, right? Because
Yeah.
Newcastle already signaled that they are no more in that deal already. I think he already favored a move to Manchester
Because
United.
you know that the new director of football at Man U is the former he
Christopher
worked on
Vieri.
Vieri, the Red Bull group. So I think the relationship will be there too. But I think Man U are going to cough out serious money.
Yeah,
Nothing less
we'll
than
have to be
78
looking.
to
Yes,
80
70
million.
to 80 million euros
Yeah.
is what RB Leipzig.
Oxford, it's 78.
Yeah, I think that's what
So,
they're actually
yeah.
interested in from Manchester United. Looking at Shesko, he is 22 years old. He will be coming to the English Premier League from the German Bundesliga. Do you think he is coming with that fear factor and that bite?
Well, I think, like you said, Sesko have proven himself with RB Leipzig. Though we've only seen him, perform with RB Leipzig. We've seen him in the league and in the Champions League, and we could see him. He has the physical ability, to thrive in the English league. But if you ask me, what you ask me if Sesko is the right fit for Manchester United, I would say yes. But at the same time, I think Manchester United should be looking at other options, because there's a report also about them going for looking at the Aston Villa striker Oli Watkins, and I would think I would prefer them go for Oli Watkins
Only
because
29, and at the end of 29, he'll be still commanding
yeah,
around
because
60 to 70 million pounds.
yeah, because
to
you
get
have
Ole Watkins.
yeah, but you have a player like Ojlund, that can, you need Oli Watkins for maybe 2-3 seasons, then Ojlund can, take over. But since they're not looking at him, they're looking at Benjamin Sesko. Well, if they can get him, it will be okay, because it's really showing that Manchester United actually need a striker, because we saw them struggle without a proper number 9 last season. Though, what's his name? Ojlund is the number 9. I'm not saying he's not a proper number, but he's struggling.
Okay, you might can Manchester United inconsistent system bring out the best in a developing striker like Benjamin Sesko, and looking at the deals Manchester United have been able to complete, the likes of Matheus Kua and also Brian Buemo from Brentford. What do you think this set of players will bring into Manchester United? Is that inconsistency still going to affect them coming next season?
I think mainly Manchester United problem is no. I don't think it's just the players they bring in. I think is that structure they don't have, that way they want to play football, not playing according to the opponent. If they were like Everton, Fulham, that would have been okay, because playing according to your opponent most times will only bring you to stay in the Premier League. But if you want to win laurels, you need a particular structure. You need a way that you want to interpret, then bring in guys that can do the job that way exactly. And I think that's where Ruben Amorim is going towards now. He wants that 3-4-3 setup. And I think that with the way he has cooled down the noise in the transfer, bringing up some young talent, and I think that's the way to go. They've spent a lot recklessly. And I think that another thing they need is they need a creative midfielder, somebody in the mode of Kopama, or those guys that can read in between the lines and just create magic out of nothing. So I think bringing Sesko without a creative midfielder, we only make him suffer more because he needs supplies.
Okay, yes, I'll straight to the comment section. Let's go to Manchester United as a future Ballon d'Or contender or another Lukaku situation. Just tell us what you feel about that in the comment section. Straight to the Emirates Stadium where we have the Gunners who are eyeing Eberechi Eze before his releases clause expire. I think that is going to expire
It has expired
tonight. Or it
yesterday.
expired yesterday, so that release clause is out of it. Eze has become a major transfer target for Arsenal, with the Gunners considering activating his release clause before the deadline, which was yesterday. But now, since it has passed the deadline, straight to you, Paulo, does Eze add something different to Arsenal midfield and attack, or is it just another similar to what they already have in the club?
Well, if Arsenal can get easy, it will definitely add more firepower to the Arsenal attack. But I think he will be playing mainly from the left-hand side, from the wing, because you have Martin Odegaard and there's also Waneri. And you can't say they have to shift into the right because they've got a backup for Bukayo Saka. But I would be very glad if Arsenal can add him. But to be honest, as an Arsenal fan, I'm not really 100% convinced that we add him to the team.
Okay, yeah, mate. Looking at Eze coming from Crystal Palace, it's side that we know to be playing conservative football to a more high-pressing side like Arsenal. Do you think he can thrive in a high-possession pressing system like that of Arteta?
I think he will thrive. He's one player that is very skillful and very fast on the ball. He knows how to, pounce on their opponent's mistakes, and he also knows how to operate in between the lines, to break down lines and to be skilled. All those cutting, all those playing in behind the striker, the final passes. He knows how to score goals. He go high for goals. So I think he's one player that he can come and play the Arsenal way. And I think that allowing his buyout clause to expire, I think will make it very difficult for them to get him. So I don't see that deal happening. If you see the way Arsenal was pricing Gyökeres, as if they lack financial power to do the needful. So okay. I don't think that they will get him.
No, on what he said about aligning his contract, his buyout clause to expire. I think that's if Arsenal wants to get him, I think this is the right time, because if you are going to get him before then, you have to activate the buyout clause. But now you can.
The selling club can also choose to go to play
You don't understand.
What I actually heard about the deal was that what Arsenal is trying to do is pay maybe instrumentally.
Normally you have to pay instrumentally.
Yeah, but with that buyout clause, you activate it, you pay up. That's what they were.
Nobody pays once.
But I think Eberechi is, if at Arsenal will get him, both paying instrumentally or not, I think probably be looking in the region of maybe 68 to 70. So I don't
that's
think
what they have in his
it's 60 million. But so now they might demand for more.
And it depends on the player also.
And they might even demand for add-ons. So, but with the clause, you can just pay 60 million and get him.
Okay,
but now they will
there's
pay
still
more.
a lot of days to go in the transfer window. So we're saying where Eberechi Eze we were playing his season come 2025-2026 season. Don't forget you can also join us on Premier Sports Fan Center for analysis and commentaries of those EPLs and almost all the major leagues in Europe when seasons restart come mid-August. To the comment section, should Arsenal pay over 60 million pounds for Eberechi Eze or look for someone more proven in Europe? But straight to Liverpool, Luis Diaz officially joins of Bayern Munich. Luis Diaz has completed his move to Bayern Munich out of Flair to a crowded wing position. Questions remains about how company will fit everybody in. Is Diaz an upgrade over Coman or just more of the same profile of player?
I think they lost Sane, so they need to replace Sane.
Yeah.
So I think Luis Diaz mainly will cover that loophole. So Coman, I think, have his own, and I think Coman too doesn't really want to extend his contract. So
I think he has done much at Bayern Munich. Played over 8 or 9 seasons, if I'm not mistaken, at Bayern Munich. So he needs to move on. He needs to test himself at another club. The only 3 clubs he has really played has been PSG, Juventus, and Bayern Munich. So he needs to try himself at another club.
Either La Liga or Premier League won't be back.
Okay, Paulo, will Diaz survive the tactical demand of the Bundesliga on that company?
I think so. And like he said, I think I expect him to, get straight into the first team, first 11 for Bayern Munich. Because if you look at Bayern Munich now, they've lost Leroy Sané, and even before, even when Leroy Sané was there, Kingsley Coman is either is out injured or even on the bench. So most times they use different, set of play. But I think Luis Diaz will definitely try, because we've seen he's a very good player. Honestly, he's a player I like, and if he had come to us now, I would have even loved it. But him going to the Bundesliga, I think he has made the right choice, and he's definitely going to make it out there.
I guess left to say if Luis Diaz actually made the big or the right move or a mistake leaving Liverpool to Bayern Munich, the league's winner right there in the German Bundesliga. So the comment section, was selling Luis Diaz a mistake by Liverpool, or was it a smart business? Just give us your opinion on that. So straight to Everton, who had a bid rejected for Tyler Diblin of Southampton. Everton had a £27 million bid for Southampton's teenage winger Tyler Diblin rejected. Saints was close to £40 million. That player was with Chelsea. I don't know how Chelsea lost that guy, but we saw him last season with Southampton. Fantastic player. Is this another case of English clubs overvaluing the youth talents?
The funniest part is when there were links before for the guy, Southampton was holding out for 100 million.
Yeah.
That was
Manchester United were
Manchester
interested.
United.
Yeah. So, and now they won't want to go less than that 40 million. You know how the British players are. Now they pump in the money for them in the transfer window. I don't still understand how Noni and Elanga would,
Left for that amount.
for that amount. And so, and Eberechi I think that is still even a lot better. Eberechi has done a lot of, but when you look at Billy, the guy, I think that he still have a lot of room for improvement. He's still a young guy that is growing in between the ranks. I don't think he's worth up to that amount, but the transfer window is
young guy, I think 18 to 19.
18 to 19. So yeah, it is a big risk, serious risk to put down that kind of money. But if they get their money,
Paulo, can Everton afford to take another big gamble after years of financial instability? We saw them 2 seasons ago, even up to last season, they were struggling. They were struggling with PSR and also struggling with FFP, and now taking this gamble on this young Diblin. £40 million is what Southampton are asking out for. Do you think they should go all out and get this young dude?
Yeah, I think at the moment they have a war chest, because they've recently completed a new stadium which they will be moving into. And I think that's
the war chest already. There's no war chest.
They have new owner also that can back them financially. I don't think 40 million.
They just throw money into clubs.
I understand, but I don't think that 40 million will make them go broke completely. Because if you look at Everton, they hardly sign players more than I can't remember the last time Everton signed any player for more than 20 million. I'm trying to remember. Maybe if they've done that, maybe like 2, 4, 5. Maybe 5 seasons ago. But for Tyler Diblin, if you ask me, like I don't think it's actually worth that amount. But with the transfer window now, the way it is now. But Everton, if they really want him, they should go all out for him. 40 million.
Okay, yes. Should Everton go all out for Diblin? Into the comment section, tell us, should Everton go all out in on Diblin or just walk away from the deal? And now to the confused player, Jadon Sancho. Garnacho made last night's transfer link. Manchester United are exploring swap deals, involving Sancho. Garnacho is on Chelsea's and Villa radars. Meanwhile, Everton are eyeing Ashley Melanils, who currently plays with Olympique Lyon in the French Ligue 1. Should United cash in on Sancho and Garnacho now or risk on devaluation? I think they are being devalued already, because the last we saw of Jadon Sancho was of 17 million euros offer from Juventus, and now I think he's on the verge, or he's interested in now taking a 50% pay cut.
When Chelsea was about to, I think Chelsea offered him about
180. 180
That's
per week.
50%.
Yeah.
He could have taken it and won the World Club Cup now, and Chelsea wouldn't have gone for Garnacho. It would have just been Sancho and Gittins on that one. But I don't know his advisors. But even at that, he's on the safe page. His contract is running with Man U, so if he chose not to take a pay cut, he will stay there. And good for him. Ruben Amorim opened the doors for him that any of those players they can easily inculcate them back into the team and maybe do the needful.
If I got Paulo Garnacho to Chelsea, Chelsea are interested in saying that yes, they want it on their own terms. £30 million to £35 million is what they want. Manchester United say they are not going to do a fire sale, that they are interested in selling at £60 million. Do you think this is achievable for Chelsea?
I think that Man U should be wise and keep the player. Just keep it because Garnacho is worth more than 30-35 in this over-bloated market. So Man U needs to balance their PSL. So if you sell Garnacho, you have to bring somebody.
It's an
in.
good talent, so I think
Yes,
any amount is actually good enough for them.
it's good, but you have to consider who will come and replace. Then how much will they get such quality at the same time? So because it's about ins and outs in the in the business. So I think that smart for Man U keep the player and just give him playing time so that his stocks can rise. Then you sell him at the end of the day.
Okay, yes, and Paulo, straight to back to Everton. Maitland-Niles, that's the former Arsenal player. Is he still a Premier League level player, or should Everton be looking elsewhere?
Yeah, I think it's a Premier League level playing player, and I think it will be a very good addition for Everton because we know Maitland is a very, very utility player. He can play from the right, from the left. Even he started as a defensive midfielder also. But if Everton can bring him back to the league, and it's going to help them going forward. You know, when they lack option on the right side of the defense or the left side or even in the midfield, so it will be a very, very welcome development for Everton if they can, bring him on.
Okay, to our viewers, which of those players would you sign for your club today? Garnacho, Sancho, Maitland-Niles, or which of them are you going to sign for your club? Tell us in the comments section. Straight to Real Madrid, where Real Madrid are scouting Antonio Silva, Kobe Mino, and Adam Watson. I believe these are more about some rumors with Hendrick already in. They're planning for a generational rebuild. Is Real Madrid right to focus on youth now, or do they risk lacking leadership post Modric leaving the club?
I think they have leaders. So they have a lot of leaders. Militao, Rudiger, the goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois. Even Vinicius has gone to a stage he can be a leader. Mbappe can. There are a lot of
even their captain.
So I think that if you have a solid squad, then the next thing is to prepare for the future. So that was how they got Vinicius. Imagine it's a full-blown Vinicius they wanted to go and get in the market. You know how much they would have coughed out. So they bring in guys so that they can grow in between the ranks, and I think that's why they are trying to scout those guys, Mino and Co. So I think at the end of the day it will come good for them.
Okay, as well, at the end of the day, it comes good for Real Madrid because we know what they actually bring to the table, the Galacticos of the world of football. But right now, Chelsea are the defending champion. They are the world best club currently.
For the next 4 years.
For the next 4 years. Paulo, which of those three, Silva, Mino, Watson, will you be the most valuable long-term target for long-term investment for Real Madrid?
Yeah. If you ask me, I think it should be Adam Whiten because he's a very, very good player, and with the right club and manager, and I think he will definitely thrive. I'm not saying even Mino is also good, but I think I would prefer then getting Adam Whiten with what we've seen with him in the league. He's a very good player.
Okay, as well, to the comment section, which rising talent should Real Madrid prioritize in the summer? Lastly, on football, my Tom, congratulations to the Super Falcons of Nigeria. The money is flying for the ladies. The president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, dished out $100,000 per ladies. Yes, this has caused a lot of criticism for the players. Yes, each of the players $100,000, sorry, and amongst other award that they've actually gotten themselves, ON honors, three-bedroom flats, and governors and brands organizations are also doing their own bit, but a lot of criticisms has come in about it at the time. This monetary compensation is coming from the girls, because from some angles they're like, yes, during the training process we knew what the ladies went through. There was nobody who came in for them. So I wish to celebrate this this new feat for the ladies, or criticize also?
I think we should be realistic and not live in Disney Island. This is Nigeria. The ladies, they've won 9. They've never been treated like this before.
Okay, yeah.
Now. It's this 10th one that they won that they, at least they are getting a reward for labor. So I think I'm not going to criticize the price. What I'm just going to tell the president is create a level playing field. If you can't do that, you can. If you do that for those ladies, there are some Afro basket ladies.
Yeah.
If they win too,
That would be
you
five
know
on the
that.
bounce.
Yeah.
If they win this year, that's 5 on the bounce.
If 5 on the bounce, so they have to just recognize them.
And there's
Because
the athletes,
and I
there's
think
the
that
athletes also.
it's high time the Senate do something about it. In Senate line, once you are going for a competition, you know when you win, you know what you will get. Then brands can add, governors can decide, all those things. But
You don't have to leverage on them
yes,
winning.
you know that, if I win gold is so amount. So let it be like that, so that you create a level playing field and everybody can thrive.
Okay, Apollo, do you think that amount that being given to the ladies, money coming in from every angle, is this justifiable?
Well, the critics, what they're criticizing is not that they were giving money, but it's the huge amount. And to me, I feel the money is actually huge, given the situation that we are in Nigeria currently now. To be honest, but you can't take that away. The president have to, celebrate them, not just the president, the country as a whole. But to me, I think the huge amount is too much.
Okay, congratulations to the Super Falcons of Nigeria winning the 10th WAFCON title. And when the next one comes up, still in that Morocco, they'll be gunning for the 11th one. And also the Tigers of Nigeria, that is the senior team of the Nigerian female basketball team, are also competing in the Afro Basket Women competition right there in Cote d'Ivoire. They qualified for the semi-final, defeated their Cameroonian opponents right there in the quarterfinal. They have a date against their arch rival Senegal, who are the most successful side when it comes to African women's basketball, and they'll be going up against their former manager Otis Oli. So it promises to be an interesting game tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. when the Tigers goes into that court against Senegal. But the last 5 games they've played together, don't worry, the Tigers have actually made the Senegalese their wife. We just hope that continues tomorrow as they go on for their 5th peat, or 5 peats as it's called in basketball. It's always a pleasure having you guys in the studio.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, the pleasure is mine.
Okay, that's that's how we wrap it up on Talk Sports. A whirling of elite transfer promising rumors, and the big question we want to hear from you: which move excites you the most? Which one is a disaster waiting to happen? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more breaking news on breaking football talks. Until next time, keep the debate rolling.
Oh, and another goal for Super Eagles.